what I'd bought. I should keep away from Wilko's. I'm always buying. And these seeds were half price. Anyway, they weren't as much as what was on the packet. I can't help it. I had to buy dahlias. You know I've got this thing about dahlias. So I've got some bulbs to put in for next year, and I'm going to go and show you where I'm going to put them. I've started to prepare for winter. I've moved these from this side to this side for the winter, because if you look up here, the rain was running off straight onto them and splattering mud all over everywhere, and they don't need to have too much rain in the winter and being splattered, all the mud splattered all over everywhere. So I've moved both of them so they won't quite get so much water. These I've not showed you these all summer because they've been hidden. Stuff's been piled up in this corner, and they've been happily growing. This was only ever such a small bush when I put it in, and it's really taking off. So I'm quite pleased with that. That's good. And the clematis, it was a purple one. It's not doing too bad. I didn't think it was doing very well to start with because and the jasmine in that corner, I think it gets a bit too wet in the winter. Might have to move the overflow from the garage up along a piping to bring it a little bit further across this bed before it empties out. So they're doing all right. I don't know whether I managed to show you the purple flowers because, like I said, I got things piled up in this corner and I couldn't really get to them. So I've moved this into this corner because I finally gave my friend her water butt that I've been promising, so that left a space for the dog to dig. So we put this in its place. Right, the other clematis, we come up here, if you can see, it's flowering. When it's finished flowering, I'm going to give it a haircut because it's I didn't want it to, all the foliage to be up there, I wanted it to be further down. So I'm hoping if I give it a haircut, it'll send some more shoots up from the bottom, and we'll cover this bit here where I wanted to. And the jasmine's gone up, right up there as well. Didn't do quite what I wanted it to. Well, the wind and rain's battering everything. I'm going to prepare for the winter. There's a lot of jobs that I want to get done. The first one being, which I've started, and I hope this new muff that I've bought for my GoPro is working nicely, because it's quite windy out here. I'll just show you my owl. I've moved my owl and you couldn't see it before, and to put it in the plum tree. If you can see, I've started on this side, and this is where all them bulbs are going to be, but I'm going to dig it out and cut all this down and make this back down to its proper height. These were from somewhere else, and take a bit of that soil out of there, and I'm going to put all them daffodils in across there. So that's that. The other job is going to be this bench. It needs paint, and everything's been shoved up against this side, trying to protect the daylilies, because this is Rex's favourite place to go to the toilet, and he just keeps walking all over my daylilies. My archway is doing quite nice, look, except we've had to get my husband to repair it. What was holding it up, well, holding it against this wall, snapped off in the wind the other day, and so he's had to sort it out, and I hope that he's succeeded, because the forecast is wind and rain, and my sunflower has already been the first casualty. My sunflower, look, my poor sunflower. Yeah, look at that. And I'll have to find a cane for it. So I've got a lot of things to do. I've got to finish painting the summer house. I've not done that bit. This will want all patching up. I've not even took the plastic off the glass yet, and the side of it I have not touched. Oh, so I've got to get that done. And so they moved these inwards and the one on the other side. So I've got a list of things to do for the winter. I've already started in here sorting out. I'm going to start and roll up the watering system, because I do think we're having enough rain. These I want to move, all these I want to move into that area for the winter, and all these across the front of here, so I can get to this the grass and everything that's growing and all the leaves. I want to clean it all out. And if we come through, I want to just get some of these weeds away from my doggie's grave as well. In fact, that was easy done. Weeds gone. One or two more, look. So there's my two dogs' graves. And if we come through, oops, I forgot the spade. Oops, that's Blinny's fault. Forgot the spade. So I was just clearing up his digging hole. So if we come through here, we can see I've been moving things, and I need to get in and tidy this corner. There's a lot of stuff that I've chopped down that I need to bag up. I think my daughter's just come home because she's shouting me. So we'll take a break. My mint has had a haircut, which has allowed me flowers to kind of have a new lease of life. Right, let's go and find out what Emma wants. There we are. Got my apples off my tree. I'll go and give them Emma, and then I'll carry on with the tour. I have more raspberries. I'm going to eat them. Raspberries. Yeah. Right. Oh. My tree lilies, they're kind of falling over because how they've managed this rain, I do not know. That one's a bit battered, but I turned them round and it has helped. I think we have something eating them. It's a slug probably. I am oh, look at these. Look at them. They're beautiful. I was about to say I'm going to get some of that nematode stuff next year to help with the problem, as well as make sure there's plenty of slug pellets up here. That white ones aren't looking as nice. It's the all this rain. Look at where that slug's at. That I caught a big slug the other day actually munching on a potato leaf, and you know what, I don't have to tell you what I did to him, but he has been dispatched. Look at this, caught in my netting. If I can get him. Where he's gone now? Where's he gone? I've lost him. Ha! Caught in the netting. That serves you right. Right, I've got all my netting to put away. got to get that in the shed, so all this needs organising, but it's ready to put in the shed. I've just got to clear a space. Right, my raspberry bushes, they're going to be separated. As soon as they go dormant, the leaves go, I'm going to take them out of these pots. Got one here and one there, but when I dug them up from the allotment, each individual one of these has a different plant, so I'm going to take them out and pop them up so they've all got their own pot. And now, can you see what I've been doing? I've been quite busy, except I've not got this covered. I've got some black weed suppressant to cover these properly. I've just stuck my big stuff on for now, but the one the black currant I said was doing really poorly, I moved it when I took it out of the pot. No wonder it wasn't doing well. It was bone dry. It was like sand at the bottom. It was so dry, and it took me ages to get out the pot. I had to break the pot in the end to get it out. And since I put it in, we've had tons of rain, and it's not been in very long. Probably not even, perhaps maybe a week. Probably not quite a week. And look at this new growth. That's looking lovely. It did have a bit of a trim. I took a lot of branches out to try and open it up around this middle. You see here, so it can get some air and light in. And most, because you can see where I've been doing it, most of the tops were dead. But I've took it back down to a bud, and you can see it's coming, even though that one's been nibbled. And actually you can see a new one coming there, look. So it's fine. And you can see I've put one here. Oh, look at this. I bet that's right. That's a bit, look at that. That's going in my mouth. So I think that one is a red currant, and this one, most of these I think are red currants. I hadn't got many black currants, I don't think. I think this one's a black currant. This is a white currant, and I left a few on it, but I bet the birds might have had it. Oh no, they haven't. I can see them around here. I'm going to kill my dog in a minute. He's up to something. That pup is the vein of my life. There, look, white currants. So and this was another one that was really doing poorly in that pot. It wasn't doing well at all, and I think I've shown you this one, and it's really coming back, so it's liking it here. And this one looked like it was dead, but now look at it. Look at all these new green shoots. Look at that, lots of them. So I think I showed you these two before. So this area is now going to be my fruit area, and clear out and have the tunnel back to normal for next year. And I've got another couple of little ones I might put in the middle, and I think they should do well, and I won't have to worry about watering them, because they're going to get enough water in this bed. It's quite a deep bed, and with weed suppressant on the top, it'll keep the sun from drying them out. So that's that job nearly completed. Total list of jobs, and I've just spotted, oops, might have this camera too high, sorry about that. I've just spotted something. Just come look. You know the one that I said I was going to move? You know what I'm talking about when I say that, because it's the dahlias. If I can't get across now. Oh, I didn't want to get these shoes muddy that I've got on, because right, let me show you the one that I said I was going to move. Well, it's tangled up with something. That's it, there you are. Sorry about that. Look at that, it's finally flowered. It took all this time, so we're going to move you for next year, so you've got a different place, because it looks like you're a small one. I like that one. And this one was very late as well. This has only really started to flower after the others have been going a long time. But it's looking nice. I think that's this one I've got round the other side as well. So so this one's got to come out as well in a bit. It's stopped flowering now, so it'll not be long probably before I can cut this one back and dig it out. And I'm going to take out 1 or 2 of these, because I think next year there will be oh, sorry, there's a helicopter just going over, but next year I think they might be too big for this many in this bed, so I'm going to thin it down a bit, probably take out the doubles and put them somewhere else. So where I've got 2 of everything, I'll probably take out the second one, or make it like all one colour. I've not quite decided yet, but the only trouble is I better decide before they stop flowering, so I know which ones are which. But yeah, we're changing that, and my friend has ordered some seeds, and from some daily seeds, so she'll have some nice new ones as well as the dahlias I've just bought, so she'll be doing quite well. And then I've just got to decide what I'm going to do with this bed. This bed's going to be all dug up in a bit. Still got loads more beans on, look. Look at this lot. 16 beans. So this lot's got to be all dug up and covered for the winter. And that reminds me, I need to find some more beetroot for my husband, because he's ate all the beetroot again. So I'm going to pick some more beetroot, and when I finish the beetroot, this will be all dug up and covered for the winter. And the next job is moving them grapes, and if I can dig a hole, move that, I'm going to move that in a minute, if I can dig a hole there and put it in like I've done these, I think that it won't even notice, they won't even notice being moved. But I need to get some big posts, so I've got something for them to grow up next year. So loads of things to do. I've got to get stuck in, but if the weather would be a bit better, it might help. Then I've got to decide where I'm going to put my apple trees, because I've decided that my big Bramley has got to come out of that pot that it got put in last year. It was only supposed to be temporary, but it's got left in it this year, and I don't think it was very happy when we got to the height of summer. So I think that's my ramble over for now, and I better go and get on with some work. Right, I haven't showed you these since they've come out. Look at them. So these are sedums, I think, or the sedum family. I'm not quite sure. I'm not normally up on these drought liking plants, the ones that normally grows in rockeries, but this has really done well this year. It's gone mega. The other one I was telling you about that was on the front, I've given to my mum. It was my mum's in the first place, and I just couldn't be bothered with it, sorting it out, so I'll give it to my mum, or give it back to my mum. I mean, this should keep seeding. We might get this all the way across this rockery on this end, and I'll be happy about, because then I haven't got to do much, because it helps keep the weeds. I've only got little weeds to pick out, like these, and these come out quite easy, look, and my insertions will seed themselves again. It's just the nettles down there, and I'm going to put some weed suppressant down. I'm going to get rid of them and put some weed suppressant down. And as usual, the dogs are barking. That might be my husband, actually. I don't know what time it is. Might be a bit we might be a bit late on in the day, and he might be home before I'm ready. I'll just show you one more thing. This was a tree, and we did cut it down, and we've cut this tree down quite a few times. It's a very delicate tree, but it doesn't really flower or anything. It's just leaves. In the spring it might have the tiniest little bit of a flower on, but I can't really ever remember seeing any flowers on it. and we've cut it down, and it comes back no matter how many times we cut it down. It seems to, if we don't dig the root out, which is an impossibility because it's right into the wall, so it's back again. So it needs to be gone, and so does this. This is another foxglove, and well, I don't know whether to leave it and let it flower next year. I suppose it won't look too bad. It's keeping the nettles down, I suppose, because we had a foxglove come here. Look, this has grown on top of the weed suppressant. That's the only trouble. I told you I'd give my jasmine a cut, a bit of a haircut, and it's looking all right. It's starting to sprout little tiny more buds. Well, so it'll be going out, so it'll make it a bit thicker, and if I can keep giving it a haircut, and so making it grow in a circle like that, it'll be a lot better than it used to be, because it just flops all over the place. It's terrible. And then there's one or two more currant bushes to move. Looks like, I think there's 2 there, or is there 3? There might be 3. I don't know where I'm going to put 3. I want to get them. Oh no, there's another one over there. That's 4. I've got to find a new home for my loganberry as well. That's going at the back somewhere. And then I've got 2. Then I've got 2 gooseberry plants to find a home for as well. So, and then we've got a lot of clearing up to do. I decided I'm going to move some of the little greenhouses at the front. Might just keep one there. This one I had my tomato plants in. I'm going to take that down before the winter because it got ripped enough leaving it up last winter. And then there's a load of plant pots and stuff. I've got far too many, so they're going. I've got a few mint plants I need to find. There's one over there, find homes for. Tater sack's still not emptied, and if it don't get emptied this year and grow again, it'll be in its 3rd year. Rhubarb, look at them, and some of them are starting to rot now. I'm going to pull all that up and then lay it all down there to make compost for next year. We've done that quite a few years, and it seems to make the rhubarb grow even better. This is starting to die back, so all this has got to be cut out. There's lists and lists of jobs to do. This needs a good trim as well. I've already started taking from round here. I need to take the inside. I want to open it up a bit more so we can kind of see through it up there and just have it up there for the shade. I've got another mint plant there that needs a haircut. Some weeding that needs doing down this side. In general, too many jobs to do and not enough time. So I think that's it for my little talk, and better get on with some work, which I've already said once. Rain looks like it's stopping play. I'm just going to get it all what I've cut down, put on the front out the way of the dogs so they don't go and get thorns in them, and I'll have to probably cut it up tomorrow.